time for the co-main of the evening. David Benavidez, Oleksandr Gvozdyk. It's back to ringside. Here's Moro.
He's going to start calling you ice. You're so smooth.
David Benavidez, Oleksandr Gvozdyk. It is the El Mexicano tail of the tape, and the Mexican, Ecuadorian, American Benavidez moving up in weight, but look. No differences with Oleksandr Gvozdyk. He is a couple of inches shorter, but the reach is 1 inch lower. But Benavidez brings relentless pressure and combination punches. Gvozdyk, the former lineal light heavyweight champion, Olympic bronze medalist, one of the most technically proficient fighters at 175. But the number that really stands out, and they talked about it in the interview with Jim Gray, Gvozdyk is 37. Benavidez is entering his prime at 27. It's Benavidez versus Gvozdyk at light heavyweight.
You're still going to be good, all right? Mouthpiece?
Well, fans from the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Premier Boxing Champions presents the co-main event of the evening, presented by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, in association with Samson Boxing. This bout is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. By El Mexicano brand products, bringing authentic sabor to your table. Somos El Mexicano. And by The Boys, new episodes weekly on Prime Video. And brought to you by the MGM Grand Garden Arena, celebrating 100 championship nights of boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC. The president is Mauricio Sulaiman, with our judges scoring from ringside. From Nevada, Dave Moretti. From Connecticut, Don Trella. And from California, Zachary Young. Introducing our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of this bout, we have Thomas Taylor. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the interim WBC Light Heavyweight World Championship. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gray trunks, joining us from Kharkiv, Ukraine. He weighed in at 174 1/4 pounds with a record of 20 wins and 1 defeat. He has 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2012 Olympic bronze medalist and the world rank contender tonight, making his return to the ring, introducing the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Oleksandr "The Nail" Gvozdyk. And his opponent across the ring, ready to go, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing trunks of the color black with multicolored trim. From Phoenix, Arizona, he weighed in the same as his opponent, 174 1/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making his light heavyweight debut. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the popular, the hard-hitting, the undefeated two-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, introducing David and Monstro Benavidez. Once again, our referee in charge, Thomas Taylor.
Right here, gentlemen. Okay, belt line's good here. David, we're a little high here, so we're even. No, it's going to keep coming up. So even here is going to be good, gentlemen. You've got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Referee Thomas Taylor to oversee this 12-round affair at 175 pounds. David Benavidez, a superstar reaction, agreeing to share the spotlight on the stage with Gervonta Davis in any other environment. This would be the main event. David Benavidez against Oleksandr Gvozdyk, a former champion at 175. He'll try to spoil the Monster's debut at light heavyweight. They sparred 5 years ago, and in those sparring sessions, Benavidez said, hey, I checked that chin and I'm going to do it again. He feels he could score the best knockout of his career in the light heavyweight debut. Easier said than done against a guy who's only been stopped once, and that's when he ran into the proverbial wall against Artur Benavidez when they fought each other for the unified light heavyweight crown, and Benavidez was able to drop him 3 times and stop him. And Gvozdyk went on a long hiatus, retired for 3 years, came back last year, won all 3 fights, but he didn't face anyone that can prepare him for the kind of fighter that David Benavidez is. And yet for Benavidez, Joe Gvozdyk, you've had him in your gym, and at the peak of his powers, one of the most technically gifted fighter in the division, but now at 37, he's still utilizing the mobility. Benavidez told us he had to look for the jab, for his counter punching, and his effective right hand.
Yeah, Gvozdyk, really, he's got a great counter right hand. He uses that over the jab a lot. That's one of his best things he can do. And he moves well, and he can get under punches. He turns the opponent, but right now, Benavidez is like closing the cap on him really early, really soon. And if he's doing it like that this early, he could wear Gvozdyk out if Gvozdyk doesn't get his respect by landing something hard.
I think that's what Gvozdyk tried to do early on. He started fast. He tried to push Benavidez fast back, but he noticed that he couldn't. That is easy, Snake. Now we see Benavidez pushing Gvozdyk.
And Benavidez loves to go to the body, one of the best body punchers, one of the most accurate punchers in the sport, and a guy who loves to throw combinations. He produces more combinations than a Chinese restaurant menu, and he said he's here to feast at 175 pounds.
You're making me hungry, but now that being said,
nice shot.
Gvozdyk does look really big in the ring, comparatively speaking.
And Benavidez said that would be a benefit to him because then the body would be there more. In fact, he says it's a sigh of relief that Gvozdyk is bigger, taller than him because of the physical dimensions.
Right. Look how comfortable Benavidez is looking. Getting in the inside. Doesn't look whatsoever overwhelmed by the size. Benavidez speaking.
No, he is a light heavyweight. And there's a jab from Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk, according to plan, as advertised, utilizing the mobility, utilizing the jab in the right hand, and throwing a lot of punches. Already 10 of 50, while Benavidez has landed more. He's 12 of 32 and gone to the body with 9 punches.
And to be fair, Gvozdyk, when he was training at my gym, he was working with one of my heavyweights. The reason being he wanted that pressure from a heavyweight, and he wanted the heavy punches from a heavyweight. So he's prepared.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
He moves well, and
the mobility, utilizing the real estate of the ring as we end the
time right there.
Good stuff.
Muy buen round, okay? Sigue con la quijada bajita, con lo básico.
Keep that chin down, keep that chip down in the basic. 1, 2, and the body. You're working the body very well.
But nothing, it's just red.
Acuérdate, cuando lo vayas siguiendo,
Now remember, when you're following, don't be straight up. Flex, all right? Low. And close up, all right? Flex that waist and counter punch. That jab, use that jab. It's working very well. The same thing. 1 double jab, 1, 2, 3, and then the body. And when you're in short, hit him behind. Very nice. But don't be straight up. All right, flex. You're looking very good. Build that confidence.
Number 2. All the way back, all the way back. Number 2.
The bell and round number 2. The jab immediately on display from Gvozdyk, but there's a stiff jab from Benavidez. And that's something he wanted to use a little more, showcase his jab and his improved defense, he said.
Yeah, way stronger jab for Benavidez. Again, Gvozdyk's jab is going to be more of a mastering jab to let those straight punches go. But again, Benavidez with the power shots always, and the body work at the corner asked for that.
Let him go, work on that, guys, good job.
Gvozdyk better watch throwing the punch and just not bringing his hands back quick, because that left hook of Benavidez just whistled past his chin right there.
And Benavidez loves to get in close, despite the fact that he is, of course, a relentless pressure fighter who comes in close, loves the uppercuts on the inside as well, loves digging to the body. Now, when it comes to cutting off the ring, not always successful. Well, there's some physicality from Gvozdyk, the shoulder check of Benavidez, but Benavidez known for you know, walking down his opponents, can sometimes be caught off balance, crossing his feet after, and of course, with his high guard as well, can open up his own body to the body shots of Gvozdyk.
You know, Gvozdyk isn't moving as much of this round as he did last round either. He's kind of holding his ground as well, which is a little surprising.
He felt Benavidez punches already in the first round, and in the second one he said, hey, I can take him. So he's holding his ground, speaking of Gvozdyk.
Just past the midway point of the second. Benavidez walking down Gvozdyk there, fires off a right hand.
Really nice right hand by Benavidez.
Body shot by Benavidez. Benavidez coming in, burrowing in, putting the pressure on Gvozdyk here in the second. Three-punch combination lands for Benavidez, but Gvozdyk comes back.
Came right back. It looked like Gvozdyk got buzzed by that left hook and wobbled a little bit.
1-2 from Benavidez that scores, and Benavidez, usually deliberate starter, gets revved up and then becomes a buzzsaw. Remember the 10-punch combination that blitzed Porky Medina, finishing. What a highlight reel that was. 10 punches.
And we counted exactly 10 punches. That was crazy. I mean, that's Benavidez, volume punching. Beautiful combination. There it is. He tried there.
Right hook.
But again, he said in this fight in particular, he was going to rip the body. There it is. Right on cue.
High-stakes matchup winner could very much be in line for a shot at the Undefeated title that will be determined in October. Dimitri, where Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol will go at it. So, and Gvozdyk again at 37, wanting to spoil David Benavidez' debut, and through 2 rounds of action, boy, Benavidez really took it to Gvozdyk in
time right there at the bell. At the bell.
10. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Thank you very much. I'm here with the great Micah Parsons, the Dallas Cowboy. Extraordinary defensive player. Who do you like in the main event?
Oh, man. It's really hard to say, man. Frank's from Dallas. But, you know, Tank's also,
right here,
he's one of the ones, man. It's going to be a real close down to the battle fight. And, you know, I just really hope best man wins. You know, I like both of them.
We've seen you on the internet hitting the gloves. How much interest do you have in boxing?
I have a lot of interest. You know, one day when I retire, I want to do a couple of celebrity boxing matches and get after it a little bit.
Is it a little more fun to hit Brock Purdy than to get hit?
Yeah, but I think I like some sports where it's just mano a mano.
A lot of optimism for the Cowboys. Starts in Oxnard next week, right?
No, next July.
I'm
all the way
back.
Around this time.
Stay all the way deep, right? All the way back.
Ahead of myself. Good to see you.
All the way back.
All right,
Go.
Right on, Jim. Thank you very much. Mano a mano is what we're seeing here between Gvozdyk and Benavidez. Gvozdyk trying to keep the jab going to try to stop the attack, the pressure of Benavidez. He stabs him in the body with a right hand.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do if you're Gvozdyk. Keep him in the outside. There it is. That jab.
Right hand by Gvozdyk.
Even if
nice
it's not hard.
Benavidez.
Set it up, you know, for you to land that right hand. Exactly. Straight punches. That's where you want to keep Benavidez.
The most solid punches landed so far as are the body shots by Benavidez in the last round. Those are the best shots. Nobody's really landed the big shot yet.
Yeah, but a lot of body shots.
Yeah, a lot of body shots from Benavidez.
20-3 advantage in the body shot department right now. Just over 2 minutes left here in the third.
And it looks like Gvozdyk is kind of peppering his punches more than ripping his shots.
And Benavidez almost landed that left uppercut, but then Gvozdyk able to counter with a sharp jab upstairs.
Yeah, Benavidez almost walked into that uppercut as well. But again, doing the right things, Benavidez, the smaller guy, okay.
Punch combination by Gvozdyk.
Right, peppering Benavidez and then turning and getting him out.
Ukraine, the war-torn nation, hoping to inspire them. And boy, in terms of what they've been doing in the ring, definitely inspiring their country with the likes of Oleksandr Usyk, Vasily Lomachenko, Denis Ferenchik, and Sergey Bohachuk, all big wins. And now Gvozdyk would like to record a shocking victory here. He is a big underdog against David Benavidez, but he's a guy who comes with all kinds of credentials, an Olympic medalist and a former lineal champion in this weight class, ending the lengthy reign of Adonis Stevenson before his reign ended at the hands of Artur Beterbiev. And remember, through 8 rounds, he had done a great job of outboxing Beterbiev, but that was years ago. And now at 37, he's trying to withstand the pressure and the attack of the 27-year-old Benavidez.
Benavidez just threw a left hook was blocked by Gvozdyk, but earlier they had both landed right hands, sharp right hands on each other, lead right hands.
Yeah, I like the way Benavidez is blocking those shots as well. He's moving his head a lot, something that we hardly ever see from him. He usually walks straight, but in this fight in particular, he's probably been weaving. I like that.
Well, you're always learning, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's still young, 27.
There's a jabs from Gvozdyk as Benavidez resets, throws the right, has that right hand high, now it's low and has to be back to the high guard. Beautiful right hand to the body by Benavidez, firing up beautifully, pulling the trigger repeatedly. Nice combination to end the round. And Benavidez opening up on Gvozdyk.
Time right there, gentlemen. Good job, good job.
The round was a little better. Just keep doing what you're doing. He's gonna run into that right hand or that uppercut, okay? Just keep moving. Don't give him
You got right notes over both eyes.
Okay? Yeah. Very good. The round was better than the last two, okay? But we gotta keep it up. Gotta do a little bit more. Try to connect it a little bit.
Here's a beautiful combination from Benavidez. This is what he's known by. Right hand hook, uppercut. Surprised he didn't finish to the body. But there's the body shot in this replay. Oh, there it is. It sets it up really nice.
Yeah, and here's Benavidez, that little jump hook right there.
Second southpaw piece in. Do me a favor, stay right on the elbow.
Benavidez is landing his better punches right now.
Back up just a little bit, David.
I've got him winning this fight the last couple rounds and going to observe here.
Coming into this fight in at 168, Benavidez has landed a quarter of his thrown combos that are 4 and 5 plus. So a little slacking there with that beautiful 3-punch combo.
Yeah.
Round number 4. And there's the jab from Gvozdyk, continues to pepper Benavidez. Benavidez showing good defense.
Yeah, but you don't want to say that. You don't stay on the ropes. Keep doing the same thing you were doing, Benavidez. Keep walking forward.
And Benavidez, the body snatcher in this fight.
Yeah, Gvozdyk's corner told him that he's got to do something substantive here. He's got to land some shots like Benavidez is doing. Right now, he's just kind of peppering. He hasn't landed anything that's really, remarkable.
And at his peak, he was known as a high-volume puncher who had power in his career. We've seen some devastating KOs from the lifelong light heavyweight, but again, 37 years of age against a guy like David Benavidez who keeps coming downhill, keeps building his pressure, keeps building his volume. It's a tough test, but Gvozdyk doing all right here in round number 4. Again, circling, moving, a lot of mobility, a lot of movement. Here's the jab.
Movement, a lot of jabs, I'm sorry, from Gvozdyk, but not enough punches.
Nice. 1-2 by Benavidez, but Gvozdyk fires back.
Yeah, Benavidez tried to thread the needle right there. There wasn't much of an opening, and he slipped that right hand through there. It was a nice shot.
Very proficient at threading this needle in terms of counter. Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin, also a very good counter puncher. They're coming up in the main event, but right now, this is the co-feature, round number 4, between David Benavidez and his light heavyweight debut against Oleksandr Gvozdyk, the 37-year-old Ukrainian now living in Southern California.
All right, stop, no punch, straight back, guys.
Also timing that jab from Gvozdyk. At times he totally throws it a little bit too lazy, as you see right there. Too slow, lazy, and then Benavidez can counter on top of that.
Double triple jab, loading up the right hand by Benavidez.
And he tried to do that.
Nice jab by Gvozdyk, but now he's getting tagged by the combination of Benavidez. Benavidez going to the body, and again, Benavidez so accurate, so precise, lands a jolting left uppercut on the inside. No wasted punches for David Benavidez, but Gvozdyk stays busy, but gets countered with a much more effective shot. Double right uppercuts, right hand by Benavidez. Gvozdyk taking the shot, still standing. He's been knocked down 4 times in his career.
Benavidez right
We're on our way to round number 5, and Gvozdyk will escape the 4th, but not before tasting the power.
Right there.
He's getting hit with big shots.
take a look at both eyes.
Here we go. Here's Benavidez one. That left hook caught Gvozdyk as he was pulling out and around.
There's no cut, but it's just like bloodshot on
the other pressure. Nice right uppercut.
Okay.
And then he whips that right hand around to the temple. And then he's going to come up with a left hook somewhere if he got it. Maybe not. But he did land another one that goes into the
Okay. Touch him. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, basic. And that short loopy shot. Then attack the body, right?
Stay right here. All the way back. All the way back. Come on, guys.
Big round 4 for David Benavidez, who went 23 of 45 compared to 11 of 66 for Gvozdyk. Outlanded him 8-2 in the body shot department. And we mentioned the fact that they did spar 5 years ago. When we asked Gvozdyk about it, he said the difference between sparring Benavidez and now fighting him is being hit with a pillow and being hit with a bat. Well, Benavidez is looking to hit him like an Aaron Judge home run.
And was getting close to putting one out of the park. And this is the thing about Benavidez. He just starts wearing you down and coming, and he keeps coming. And then he's starting to land. He's starting to open up Gvozdyk's defense. And
body shots continue.
And putting Gvozdyk on the run.
Yeah, he finished that last round really good, Benavidez. And one thing that Gvozdyk is doing wrong, he's walking straight back. So Benavidez catches onto that. The overhand right, the overhand left, or right there for Benavidez.
Beautiful combination there by Benavidez, lighting up Gvozdyk like the Cincinnati strip. Overhand right connects for Benavidez. 2 minutes left in the 5th.
And there's the timed right hand I was asking for.
Yeah, he finally got one in because Gvozdyk threw one jab. When he's throwing 2 and 3, he's kind of stalling that right counter off like that right there.
Right hand, the lead right lands for Benavidez. Lead left hook also curling behind the guard of Gvozdyk. And Gvozdyk, yes, starting to slow down. The body shots beginning to take their toll. And those head strikes as well. But Gvozdyk still trying to punch back. But the power punches belong to David Benavidez. And then some, landing at a 50% clip.
And I don't know why Benavidez turned southpaw there for a while. It didn't seem to suit him.
He's trying to look for different things to do in there. I mean, Gvozdyk is right there to be hit, so.
Nice jab by Benavidez. Another jab lands as Gvozdyk unable to get his head off center line.
And I like when Benavidez takes a little, hop. He jumps
and those body shots definitely slowing down the mobility and the movement of Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Less than a minute left in the 5th.
Yeah, Benavidez really loading on those shots. I want to see not just single shot. Follow it up with the right hand.
There's another left hook to the body, a right hand. The blitzing combinations of Benavidez. For left hand.
See, there's a hook. All the way up with the right hand. Finish it.
And yet Gvozdyk continues to fight back, trying desperately to just try to slow down the momentum, the building momentum of David Benavidez.
For the moment, Gvozdyk's taking those shots, but you know what? Sooner or later, something's going to give.
And the high volume of Gvozdyk continues. He's just not landing as many as Benavidez outlands him.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
12 here in the 5th. And there's the handstand.
Right there.
Accuracy on display.
Here's the replay of Benavidez faking and punching. There it is. He faked that body shot and he came back on top. Brilliance from Benavidez. That's how you set it up.
Hey, Jeff, just so you know, our concern the round before, both eyes are a little bloodshot up here. No blood's coming out, but blood's at the surface. No swelling. It's just
right hand, lead right hand, right on the button.
On the lid.
Gvozdyks' hands are down. You can't leave your hands down against Benavidez. They got to be a ball. And there's a right hand from Gvozdyk. But he got countered with the left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand. He got countered with 4 or 5 punches.
Just about those, yes.
Benavidez he's just
Zach,
he's really well schooled.
Number 6.
Trained by his father.
David, all the way back to me, David. Number 6.
His brother was his older brother.
All the way back. On that emblem. Stay there.
Pro now at 154 pounds. Of course, fought Terrence Crawford at 147 with Jose Benavidez Jr. And now as we begin round at number 6, Benavidez Backing up, setting, trying to set a counter trap for Gvozdyk, who looks to flash the jab, goes to the body, then upstairs, splitting the high guard with the right hand. There's a body shot from Benavidez again, continues to make that valuable investment.
And even some of the feints I want to see from Benavidez have Gvozdyk open up a bit with those feints.
Gvozdyk now trained by Marco Contreras, managed by Canelo Alvarez, who's trainer Eddie Reynoso, and is affiliated with Canelo Promotions, is Gvozdyk. There's that counter jab by Benavidez.
I'm liking this head movement from Benavidez. He's fighting low, getting in the inside, working the body. I mean,
there's that left hook to the body on cue. So we are a minute and a half away from the first half of David Benavidez's light heavyweight debut, and fitting him like a glove thus far, Abner Mares.
Definitely he is. I mean, from Gvozdyk, I want to see more punches, straight punches, uppercuts, and then move to the side. Don't walk straight back. Because
thudding three-piece combo. A three-piece, he was just missing the soda.
That was a beautiful uppercut right there.
Great master.
And he went back to it again with the uppercut. He hasn't wobbled Gvozdyk yet, even though he's catching good shots. And Gvozdyk's standing up with his punches pretty well.
Final minute of the sixth.
You got to break down a big guy like Gvozdyk.
Most recently, Gvozdyk knocked down, well, it was back in 2019, all 3 times in round 10 against Artur Beterbiev. Fight was stopped in that round. He went down in round 1 against Tommy Karpenzi back in 2016, but got up and won that via 6th-round TKO. So here he is now, with 30 seconds left in the 6th. Benavidez launches a lead left hook that lands, and Gvozdyk took it well.
There's another left hook from Benavidez, and he landed a right hand after the previous hook. So he's tagging Gvozdyk.
Oh, there's a counter right hand from Gvozdyk momentarily.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
Stopping Benavidez. First half of this 12-rounder as we begin round number 7.
I really like Benavidez, Joe. I like his aggression. He's not getting too excited. He's not. At the end, he kind of overreached with that left. It didn't quite like that. You know, I hope to correct that.
And he threw just 39 punches that last round. Landed 17, but definitely not the volume we are used to seeing. Although, here we go. Second half of the fight is when he turns into that buzzsaw, guys.
Yeah, and look, I like Benavidez at 68. I like him at 75 because there's really no discernible difference in what he does, you know?
He said it himself that he was going to be bigger, faster, just as strong. And again, when you know, no soft touch here. He didn't test the waters. He dived into the deep end. Yes, Gvozdyk is 37, but that does not take away from his credentials. And what an, I mean, you're an Olympic boxer. That means you're damn good.
Exactly.
And a medalist means you're that much better.
And look, Gvozdyk, I know, he lives in the valley where my gym is. He was training at my gym, all sorts of gyms. He was fighting different guys, different sizes, different weights. So he worked hard for this fight. You can tell by his body, he's in great shape.
But Abner mentioned it, and we're seeing it, an improvement in the upper body and the head movement defensively from David Benavidez, something they diligently worked on in camp for this fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're seeing it in this fight. Benavidez, the head movement, the body shots. He would headhunt a lot in his previous fights, but in this fight in particular, great body work.
Gvozdyk gets his head popped back with a jab, another jab from Benavidez. Gvozdyk throws a 1-2.
All right, stop, no punch, guys. Straight back.
The pace hard to do when you're being pressured by a guy like David Benavidez, but Gvozdyk is trying his best, trying to keep Benavidez off him.
It really is. And not only that, Benavidez's defense, watch right here. See,
we already talked about it.
Yeah, and he's his arms. He's picking up punches.
No, it's definitely improved.
And because look, Gvozdyk throws when he does let him go on the ropes here now with his defense. When Gvozdyk does let him go, he throws him in 4s and 5s, and Benavidez is just knocking him down like nothing. I'm really impressed with his defense.
Right uppercut by Gvozdyk.
Yeah, he's letting Gvozdyk get off a little too much.
But Benavidez is, of course, missing a lot of those shots, but
Get him up a little bit, David.
I should say, but going to the body again. But again, Gvozdyk is throwing way more punches, landing more punches in this round, but there's a right hand. Eye-catching shot from Benavidez, but Benavidez's output, let's see if it continues to grow.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
To round number 8, scheduled for 12. Benavidez was 250
I know you caught yourself, but just a little bit up.
13-year-old. Not a lot of competition for that weight at that age. At 15, he lost 80 pounds and began his career. Only had 15 fights as an amateur, but he learned on the job, sparring the likes of Triple G, Kelly Pavlik, Zurdo Ramirez. This guy has been a pro since he was an amateur, training with some of the best. And here's some of the combination work of Benavidez.
He was playing possum a little bit that round and playing it back, and then he opened it up in the last 20 seconds and just devastated Gvozdyk with a lot of hard punches. Yeah.
Turned pro at 16 in Mexico. Came back to America where he could legally start fighting at 18, and again here at 27, his 29th professional fight, 28-0 with 24 KOs against the 37-year-old Oleksandr Gvozdyk, who is 20-1 with 16 knockouts alone, defeat the stoppage against Artur Beterbiev. This is round number 8. Jab from Gvozdyk, doesn't follow up with his best weapon, the right hand.
You know why he doesn't do that, right? Because he knows that Benavidez is going to counter that. Oops, he tried there.
Is Benavidez going to play possum again?
I was going to say, again, I know he's letting him get out there and blocking most of those shots, but I don't like Benavidez there. I like the aggressive Benavidez. He does a lot more there. Like the coach will say, Joe.
Gvozdyk, left hook lands for Gvozdyk.
You want to let the
nice three-punch combination by the nail.
That he's still in the fight.
Gvozdyk definitely in the fight here in this round, putting together good combinations, opening up on Benavidez.
But that's because Benavidez is letting him.
Right uppercut by Gvozdyk. Benavidez misses with the sweeping left hook. Goes to southpaw over Taylor's a right uppercut on the inside before he goes downstairs with the body shot.
Jeff.
That's the right hand I'm looking for.
Left cheek.
Time that jab, that lazy jab from Gvozdyk.
Well, that one was just off a slip. He didn't even, Gvozdyk didn't even jab. That was just a slip, and he kind of mesmerized him. And finally,
Benavidez on the ropes, a high guard. Benavidez allowing Gvozdyk to unload, landing with some shots, but Benavidez has only thrown 17 punches with a minute left in the 8th.
Well, you're not going to win championships doing that.
When was the last time David Benavidez threw that little amount of punches with less than a minute remaining in a round, especially in a round this late in the fight? There's a counter left hand by Benavidez that lands. Right hand, left to the body. Beautiful combination by Benavidez. Always the accuracy, always the precision, the power, but not a lot of punches being thrown in this round, but he's gotten the better of the shots, the eye-catching shots. Nice jab by Benavidez.
Not a lot of volume, but just the right shots for Benavidez. It seems like he took this round off, or he's taking it off.
Well, I meant Gvozdyk is not going to win championships by not throwing many punches, and he hasn't been. He's not as active as Benavidez. Like right there, beautiful left hand.
Gvozdyk threw 11 more punches than Benavidez in that round, and they each scored 14.
You know what? I thought we had a little cut. down here.
Get a little cut. It's nothing. Nothing.
Hey, there's a speck of blood from the cut here. It's real small. Super small. Just so you know, it's been ruled by a punch, just so you know on that cut.
Breathe and
Just so you know, he's got a cut over the other eye over there by a punch, legal blow.
Water.
Super small.
Breathe. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Just close up that guard. Good defense. Enjoy your boxing.
David, number 9. Number 9. Staying there, isn't he?
The bell and round number 9 of David Benavidez' first foray at 175 pounds. Landing 44% of his punches, 48% of his power punches, 35% of his jab, compared to Gvozdyk, who's able to muster only 21% of his punches, landed 26% power and 17% of jab. So Benavidez has the edge statistically. Gvozdyk isn't going anywhere. Lands that right hand through the high bar.
I was just going to say, it's the 9th round if Gvozdyk doesn't start. I mean, look, he's not going to win a decision by the way he's been fighting. He's going to have to really land.
You've seen the scores here tonight? You've seen that, really?
Not on my scorecard,
There's going to be accountability when it comes to the judges in this sport. Anyway, round 9 of the unofficial scoring. You have Benavidez pitching a shutout.
Yeah, I don't think many people would argue with that,
but he's not throwing the heat that we're used to seeing. He's not throwing that Paul Steen type of heat.
That was a beautiful uppercut from Benavidez. Again, that last round, I believe he took it off. He's coming back to the old Benavidez here. He has not the same volume, but the right shots, the right punches to be winning this fight.
There's a jab by Benavidez, a lands flush. No high volume, not much of that blistering hand speed on display. And again, different wrinkles, but not the fight that I expected to see at this point.
No, from this distance too, by the way, Gvozdyk should be letting his hands go. I mean, look, he's a little bit taller, a little bit bigger. He right there, like that, he should be throwing 1-2s, 1-2 hooks from a distance right here. Trying to land power shots. Like that, right there.
Yeah, you're right, John.
He had 250 amateur fights, Olympic bronze medal at the 2012 games for Gvozdyk. We talk about Benavidez with just 15 amateur fights, and technically speaking, Gvozdyk has a lot more experience, and he's making David Benavidez work for it here now in these last couple of rounds.
Yeah, sometimes having a lot of those amateur fights, you have to do a lot of work when you're trying to get a pro.
But that's the thing about Gvozdyk. Yes, he's an Eastern European known for their technique and their footwork, but he also had knockout power and high volume punching at the peak of his career. So Gvozdyk is not that easy up by any means. Benavidez gets countered with a right hand upstairs by Gvozdyk, and now Gvozdyk splits the guard with a 1-2.
That was a good round from Gvozdyk.
Good last 2 rounds, back to back for Gvozdyk.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
From Benavidez. There's a left hook. Benavidez launching that one. Hands low, baiting Gvozdyk. Very calm, cool, and collected, knowing that he is taking a significant step up in terms of the spotlight, the stage, and the flow of opposition. 2 undefeated lightweights will battle for the belt.
Number 10.
Coming up in the main event here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas as we begin round 10 of this light heavyweight affair between David Benavidez, making his debut at 175, against veteran, lifelong, career-long light heavyweight Oleksandr Gvozdyk.
And again, this is a new weight class for Benavidez. See a little bit of fatigue as well. This is the 10th round. He has been pressuring the entire fight. The last 2 rounds, I think that Gvozdyk has been, getting in the inside a lot more. But again, I think Benavidez is getting tired.
I thought the last round was Gvozdyk's best round.
Yes,
true.
That's the most, yes.
Gvozdyk is going to do just as well as Benavidez allows him to do, to tell you the truth. But you're right, Benavidez looks a little fatigued. His mouth's open right now. He's not as busy as he was earlier.
Of the high volume puncher that David Benavidez was, as a two-time undefeated 168-pound champion. And of course, being undefeated, he lost the first title after testing positive for cocaine and then had a scale fail. That cost him his second title, but he's matured as well. I mean, he was the youngest 168-pound champion in history at the age of 20 when he beat Ronald Gabriel, overcoming the only knockdown of his career and winning that fight, and then really taking it to Gabriel in the rematch. And so David Benavidez, Gvozdyk called him a whip, only at 168, of course, facing guys that were coming up and others. I mean, he's stopped 7 of his last 8 opponents, has Benavidez. The only one who went the distance was Caleb Plant, who is as double tough as they come.
Oh, yeah. Caleb Plant performed well that night.
Meanwhile, with just over a minute left here in the 10th, Oleksandr Gvozdyk taking those 2 jabs.
I think Gvozdyk is kind of passing up a nice opportunity here with Benavidez looking a little tired. His hands down a little bit more. I think
he's picking it up now. Gvozdyk delivering a combination, definitely throwing more punches than Benavidez. Not as accurate or landing as many. There's a combination from Benavidez. There's a body shot to Benavidez by Benavidez to Gvozdyk on the ropes. And now Benavidez putting the pressure on, walking down Gvozdyk. 25 seconds left in the 10th.
That was a great left hook.
And he followed it up. Remember that we talked about the right hand following it up with the hook?
That's right.
That was perfect right there for Benavidez.
Left hook lands for Benavidez. Counter right by Gvozdyk.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
By Benavidez.
All right, here we go. I think we'll replay of that left hook. Here's the jab, the counter right hand. Another counter right hand by Gvozdyk, but he got countered 2 times by 2 hooks. That's classic Benavidez. There's the counter, leans back, counters, throws the right uppercut, counters again with the hook.
I love how he pronated that right hand at the end. Turned it beautifully. There it is.
Right hand, pull back, hook, body shot, hook, step back.
That's it. Yeah.
Beautiful boxing.
That was sweet.
What a way to stay alert.
But that was
First round, we're close to his favor. Now you the middle round, they were all yours. So this might be close to his favor. Keep the momentum.
11. Very good with the jab.
Keep that jab on his face.
11. David, 11.
I think that was the best series of punches from Benavidez that round, but I think Gvozdyk probably did more that last round.
Round 11 has arrived here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena as David Benavidez, who has outlanded Gvozdyk 190 to 124 punches total, 73-27 edge in terms of body punches landed, but we have not seen the high volume that we were used to seeing when he was at 168.
Yeah, you're not going to fight the same in every single fight, especially in a new weight class. I mean, it's a heavier weight class. Gvozdyk is Gvozdyk, big guy.
Fans were expecting relentless pressure, combination punching,
but Benavidez is doing a good fight, and he's winning the fight. And he's winning the fight.
Gone in the 11th, Benavidez has thrown 9 punches. There's winning, and then there's entertaining and making a statement and wanting to prove that you are indeed the monster.
I'm entertained. Are you too?
Yeah, no, I think we all are entertained here. It's just a new dynamic with Benavidez at this new weight. He's fighting a big guy who's able to absorb his punches. And look,
nice right counter by Gvozdyk. Goes to the body. Minute and a half left here in the 11th. There's the jab from Benavidez.
And Benavidez is pushing on a bigger body here. It's really
There's a combination from Gvozdyk. Right hand countered by Benavidez again.
Definitely not the same. But again, here's Benavidez walking forward. His shots.
Not as good as cutting off the ring. Never been his strong suit, but needs a couple of shots there from Gvozdyk, but he lands a nice short right and a beautiful left to the body by Benavidez. And in the counter by Gvozdyk. Now Gvozdyk doesn't have the power, and he got hit with that left hand, but he's throwing punches back, just not able to stop Benavidez. But he's landing a lot of punches.
He landed a nice right hand before he left that corner right there on Benavidez.
But with Gvozdyk, 16 of his 20 wins by knockout. Seconds left in the penultimate round.
Gvozdyk being pretty effective this round.
And that's because Benavidez is right in front of him.
Benavidez's hands are low. Jab from Gvozdyk, feinting, trying to utilize that mobility to avoid Benavidez. Benavidez trying to stop him with a body shot. There's that body shot. 12th and final round is here.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen.
In this light heavyweight co-feature.
Time right there.
Beautiful round, okay? One more round. This is the fight of your life. Let's go. For you, for your family, for everybody. This is it.
Last round, gentlemen. We're going to touch gloves at the bell.
He's slow. He's waiting for that one punch. That's we're going to take advantage. Multiple shots until you make that mistake.
Last round, we're going to touch
right
gloves
hand
at the
down
bell.
the middle, now coming in, okay? Mouthpiece. The right hand down the middle, now coming in, okay?
Last round.
There you go. Don't lose a minute. Keep that momentum, okay?
What's that? I think we go 15.
Get that rhythm in the final round. The final round. Be careful, be careful, be careful.
12th
Last round, guys. Keep it nice and clean. Go.
David Benavidez and Oleksandr Gvozdyk, and Gvozdyk fires off the first combination. Benavidez continues to go to the body.
You're giving Gvozdyk the last 3 rounds.
You helped me give him the last round.
David, gotta get him up. Get him up, David.
Didn't have anything to do with that. I asked your opinion. Who did that? It was a close round.
Right, close round.
Look, I don't think it takes a genius to realize Gvozdyk needs to win this fight. And it doesn't look likely that he's going to get it. And it's going to look like it's going to be a decision. Benavidez by a wide margin.
Nothing wrong with that. Good fight from Benavidez. He's trying in early on. It seemed like he tired out. A new weight class. Maybe not the volume that we're used to seeing from Benavidez, but good performance.
And it's harder to get to a bigger, longer guy, too. You know, Benavidez usually is the taller guy to get to you more easily.
Counter rights from Gvozdyk after Benavidez landed the left, and Gvozdyk getting through, but just not a lot of pop behind his punches. And continues to come forward with a minute and a half left in this fight. Nice strong left counter by Benavidez. Another lead left from Benavidez, but he's on the ropes. Doesn't want to linger there too long. The defense misses with the right, though. Nice uppercut on the inside by Gvozdyk, and an uppercut from Benavidez.
And a couple of body shots, yeah.
So a minute left here. David Benavidez at 27, hoping to land the summit meeting with Canelo. Did all he could at 168 pounds. Not a guy to sit and wait. A guy who is a throwback. A guy who wants to take on the biggest challenges and be the best that he can be. An emerging superstar. And here at light heavyweight in his debut with 40 seconds left, he is outlanding Gvozdyk. He's landed almost 50% of his power shots, which is highly impressive. 35% of his jabs. So for his first fight at 175 against a former lineal light heavyweight champion and Olympic bronze medalist, David Benavidez off to a decent start.
Great job, and believe me, Gvozdyk was in great shape. I this fight. And it looks like Benavidez is going to be the interim light heavyweight champion in the next few seconds. Oh, good right hand by both of them.
Hell of a job, guys.
Let's take it from the top, as they say.
Benavidez started off really early on, pressuring the head movement, the body shots, the combinations, shoe shining there.
Yeah, this is where he looks explosive and quick.
He did.
And he did this for a number of rounds.
Yes, he did for a number of rounds, exactly, Joe. But then it seemed like he tired out. He gave some rounds away. But again, not taking anything away from Gvozdyk, bigger guy, a guy that was doing the right things towards the end, using that reach, that distance. But again, all David Benavidez for my liking.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out who is victorious. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, the judges are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Zachary Young scores the bout 116 to 112. Dave Moretti sees it 117 to 111. And Don Trella scores the action 119 to 109. All three in favor of the winner. He is now the interim WBC light heavyweight world champion, the Mexican Monster, David and Monstro Benavidez.
Got in the work, went 12 rounds with a former lineal light heavyweight champion and medalist, and David Benavidez passes his first test at 175 pounds. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, Mauro, thank you very much. David, if we can get you to turn around here, did you get your mouthpiece out? Accepting the belt from Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC. How would you assess your performance at this weight class?
I think it's a 7 out of 10, honestly. Oleksandr's a great fighter. No wonder he's the ex-champion, Olympic medalist. But yeah, I felt like I had a great fight, tough fighter, and we're looking to move on.
It seemed, and situations are different in different fights. It seemed like you were a different fighter tonight, not the high volume and not the high heat. Would that be your assessment as well?
Yeah, I think it's because, I was trying to get the feel of the light heavyweight, division. This guy, they hit a little bit harder up here, so, I had to get a feel for it. But also, too, I'm just happy I was able to make it tonight because 2 weeks ago I suffered a cut in my eye, this one that I have right here. I had a torn tendon on my right hand, and I didn't think I was going to make it tonight, but, we pushed through it, and thank God we're here, got the victory tonight.
Did either of those injuries affect you?
No, I can't let it affect me. I wasn't thinking about it, but yeah, man, I'm just happy for this victory and happy to be here and perform for all you people.
What was your weight coming into the ring?
189. I only gained 14 pounds.
So is this where you'll stay? Is this what you're comfortable at now?
We're still looking to go down to 168 fight for the title. If we're gonna get Canelo or if they're gonna vacate it, I would like to win it one more time. So we're still gonna see.
Will there be trouble for you to make that weight?
No, absolutely not.
All right, would you also maybe like the Bevo winner?
Yeah, I would like to fight in both these weight classes.
All right. David, thank you. Appreciate your time.
Un saludo a toda mi raza que está aquí. Los quiero mucho. Saludos. Y puro finiquera.
Thank you. All right. Mauro, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. David Benavidez at a 107.57 edge and landed punches in rounds 1 through 5, then just a 116.106 edge over the last 7 rounds. He gave himself a 7 out of 10, but it's a successful start to his campaign at light heavyweight. David Benavidez remains undefeated as he defeats Oleksandr Gvozdyk in his light heavyweight